All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Exquisite Seafood with Chef Jay Fields. And we're talking fried rice today. We're gonna be doing two styles. We're going to be doing a curry crab fried rice, and then we also will be doing a kung pao shrimp fried rice. We're gonna talk a little bit about how you prepare the rice. You know, fried rice is one of those things, city to city, country to country. It's gonna be a little bit different. Everybody has their own spin on it. I'm gonna show you the way I was taught, kind of show you guys, and hopefully you can take it and run with it. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're gonna get into our fried rice preparation. You know, first things first, let's talk about the rice, okay? So we have some jasmine rice that we've steamed ahead of time. One of the biggest things that you wanna be concerned with is making sure that your rice have individual grains, right? And sometimes we have leftover rice that we used the night before for just like a regular steamed rice. And you know, sometimes it's a little sticky, right? It might have a little bit of starch to it, might have some clumps to it, which fights against getting a good fried rice, right? So a trick that I learned is coating the rice with egg and then par cooking it in a wok in order to kind of individualize the grains. If you can imagine, egg is liquid, right? And then it becomes solid, right? So if you can coat each one of these grains with a little bit of egg and then cook it off, they become individualized. They each get coated with the egg and then that egg cooks up so each grain stays nice and individualized. So when you go to eat your fried rice, it isn't these clumps of rice, but it's really nice, light fried rice. So I have a glove here. I'm gonna put this on because I'm about to coat this rice with our egg. This is just eggs that have been scrambled up, not cooked, right? About 3 or 4 eggs that we have here. And we're just gonna pour that directly over our rice. And then using this gloved hand, I'm gonna slowly work that in to our rice and make sure that everything is coated. Okay, so is this step necessary? It isn't necessary. You know, there's a lot of different rice. Like if you use a basmati rice, which is a long grain, a very separate, very low starch content, you won't have any issues with it clumping up, right? But this is a nice trick to keep your rice individualized and make sure that you have a nice light fried rice. Now, is it a little bit more work? Yes, it is, right? You have to, you know, take this rice, coat it all the way, and make sure that all the grains are coated, but then you have to par cook it. So that's the next step that we're gonna do, is kind of take this rice and par cook it in our wok, get a quick saute on it, and then transfer that to a tray, let it cool, and then we'll have the working point for our fried rice. But I just want you to kind of see how the color that has changed is completely coated with rice. Just kind of keep working it, make sure that you break those grains up, and then I'll show you how you prep this for your fried rice in the next step. Okay, so we have our setup with our rice. Our rice is fully coated with our egg. As you can see, the color, nice bright yellow. We have our wok on about a medium-high heat. Blast that up just a little bit, right? And we have some oil here. So what we're gonna do in like rounds, you don't wanna overload your wok, is we're gonna add the oil, let that heat up, and then add our rice and saute that until all the egg that it's coated with gets cooked. We're gonna take our spoon and just kind of break it up to make sure that it's individualized. But like we said before, the magic of fried rice is that it's light, it's not heavy, and it's not clumpy. So that's what we're doing in this step right here. All right, so I have my egged rice. Just gonna coat my pan with some oil, right? You see that smoke billowing up. Make sure I'm fully coated there, right? And then I'm taking my rice and I'm going directly in. Now what you're looking for is that you want to take that rice and just kind of break it up. Right? So you let that cook. And as it cooks, continue to break it up. Okay? We're looking to get that rice fully coated, fully seared, and all those individualized grains broken up in there. So we're gonna do a few flips of that, make sure it's fully coated, and then do another round and continue that until all of our rice is completely done. We're coated, and you transfer out, right? And once you transfer out, just take your spoon, break it up, spread it out, right? This is already looking a lot more broken up and not as uniform and clumpy as it was. We're gonna continue this process until we have enough rice to prepare our fried rice. All right, so we're on our range right now. We have our wok super hot, have our rice ready, and all our accoutrements for our fried rice. Let me just quickly run through. A little bit of sugar, crab, bell peppers, red and purple, red onion, scallion, some egg that we've done up, just quick omelet, julienne, nothing more. Ginger, garlic, fish sauce, and curry powder. All right, so let me just show you the process. My wok is pretty hot, so I'm gonna start off with my veggies and then add my garlic and ginger so that my garlic and ginger don't burn. So, light bit of oil. We've already oiled our fried rice quite a few times. We've been making the batches. Let's go ahead and add some of our veggies to this. Our peppers, our onion, our red bell, and then garlic and ginger. Okay? I'm gonna get that going just quickly. Fried rice is all about speed, so we're moving fast here. Curry powder. Why am I adding it now? So it permeates the entire dish and we get to get those spices to open up. So curry powder we're adding. Want that to permeate the dish. Right? I smell that immediately. I'm going to add next is my rice. So as we said, we already have a fair amount of oil on this. So I'm adding about half of what we had, slightly coated with that egg. The rice grains have been individualized very nicely. And we're just gonna toss everything together. That curry opens up. I smell it. A little bit of fish sauce, right? This is your salt without adding a lot of color. Sugar is balance, also helps your rice to caramelize. And then we're gonna finish with that crab right at the end. So fresh crab, sprinkled over. A little bit of scallion just to round things out. And then after a couple shuffles, this should be done. Again, looking for this to be light, not over wet. A lot of different ingredients in there. Your sugar, all your different components, right? So that is done. And we will now transfer this over to our container right here. So down it goes, building height. And I smell that curry powder just kind of permeating through everything, right? That was literally about 5 minutes in and out of the pan. First fried rice down. Now let's move on to our second one. All right, we're on to number 2, our Kung Pao shrimp fried rice. Similar situation, going in the pan really quick, add your ingredients, add your rice, toss, and then we're done. Okay, so we have our shrimp, we have sugar, garlic and ginger once again, soy sauce this time, peanuts, a little bit of Szechuan chili oil to get you that background. If you call out Kung Pao, you gotta have peanuts, you gotta have that Szechuan chili to push that spice. A little bit of cilantro as well, and then we have some yellow bell peppers to give it a little bit more color. All right, so let's start off again. Light oil. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna start with my yellow bells, but then also some peanuts. I'm gonna roast the peanuts a little bit. All right, I like a lot of peanuts in mine, so that's how we're going. Garlic and ginger once again. Right? Work that a little bit. Allow my peanuts to roast just slightly, right? So Kung Pao, right? We have that chili oil, we have that soy sauce, and we also have those peanuts, right? So I'm gonna add my chili oil next, right? Make sure that I get a fair amount of that stuff in there. A little bit goes a long way, so we're gonna hit that with that. Feel like my peanuts have roasted nicely now. So we are onto our rice. All right, I'm just gonna pick the tray up this time, just kind of dump this thing in here. We're on a high flame. So rice goes in. Before I even stir fry this up, I'm adding my shrimp. I'm adding a little bit of soy sauce. It's a good sound. And then sugar. It's my balance. We added that spice in there, so remember that. So now we are sauteing. I'm gonna finish with a little bit of that cilantro, just to brighten things up just slightly. And that's it, we are plating. All right, so our Kung Pao shrimp fried rice is ready to go into our bowl. It's a heaping pile of shrimp fried rice. You cannot go wrong with that. Peanuts, the whole nine. Now let's finish these things up. All right, so now we are ready to finish these off. We have our beautiful crab fried rice. I could just smell it. All those flavors just billowing off of that plate right now. On this side, we have the Kung Pao, right? So the peanuts, the shrimp, and chili oil. We actually paired a little bit of chili oil up front, so you can kind of utilize that, kick it up a little bit, you know, add some more spice if you would like. But one thing I'm gonna add to both of these, we're gonna garnish with a little bit of this egg, right? So just put a little tower of this egg. Essentially what we did was make an omelet with no filling, very thin, and just kind of took it and took the knife to it and made sure that it was nicely julienne. And then we're gonna do a little bit of sesame seeds right over the top of both of these, just to kind of seal the deal. I love a little bit of sesame seed in the mix. It mixes well with the curry, it mixes well with the Kung Pao flavor. Cannot go wrong, guys. Have fun with these. Cheers. Hey, I had an awesome time doing these dishes today. Fried rice is one of my favorite things. Two great styles here, but if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and taste, right? So we have our curry going on, a little bit of crab, a little bit of that egg. Salt and the curry flavor. It's there, we got a nice spice going on. Definitely not mad at that one. Let's go over to our shrimp Kung Pao. All right, gotta get a couple peanuts in there, a little shrimp. Flavors are nice and loud. Love the texture of the shrimp. And of course, you can always style it out with a little bit more of that chili oil just to kick up the flavor just a little bit. But man, please take your best shot at doing fried rice. Like we said, there's a lot of different ways that you can do fried rice. You travel the globe, different styles, different opinions. This is how I like to do it. Well, please let me know. Shoot me an email, chefjfieldstv.com/chefjfieldstv, Gmail, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You can find me there. And never stop cooking, guys. No matter what you do, never stop cooking. I'll see you next time. Cheers.